Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Today, I'm hopping into my first album review of 2024. I'm going to be looking at Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. I feel this is one of the better albums released in 2023 that I managed to get around listening to. I love how it continues the same style from her debut album, and even has a few twists and turns in it. Even if I weren't a big fan of some tracks upon first listen, yeah, when the album was released, I have enjoyed them more after I gave them a little bit more of a chance, and I feel there's a ton of great tracks on here. Now, let's go ahead and hop right into it. This is her second studio album that was released on September 8th, 2023. The album has a runtime of about 39 minutes and has three singles. They are Vampire, Bad Idea Right, and Get Him Back. Just like her previous album, Sour, this album has the album title in all capital letters, and all track titles are stylized in lowercase. The album was inspired by the period of time immediately following the success of Sour. She conceived Guts, hoping to reflect the end of her teenage years. Lyrically, the album focuses on the transition from adolescence to adulthood while exploring struggles with identity, sudden stardom, romance, and societal expectations for young women. Now, let's go ahead and hop into some of the tracks. We start the album off with All American Bitch. I feel it is an interesting track. The track starts off more folk based and switches to pop punk around halfway through the track. I feel it is a decent change, and while I'm thinking about it, the album does hit a little bit more on rock and a pop rock or punk rock sound than what we heard on Sour. Lyrically, the track focuses on the societal expectations placed on women. Bad Idea, Right, is the next track. Upon release of the track, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I didn't care for the sound when I first initially listened to this track. After hearing it multiple times after its release, and yet again for this review, it's not that bad of a track, come to say. Yes, I still feel, in a way, I'm not the biggest fan of the chorus, mainly because her singing is practically all the same pitch and style. But aside from that, I love the sound and style you use throughout the track. So yeah, I'll keep that little fuck up in this video, just to kind of show I still, screw up everything, even though it's practically just me recording this video and editing it all together. I'm like little joke for myself as well, as I kind of like to poke fun of myself and have a little bit of fun. But continuing on, Vampire is the next track, and this track starts off as a ballad and picks up more of a pop rock tone towards the end of the track. I felt that was interesting as I thought this was going to be more of a piano ballad when it was released as a single. I do feel it is a great track, and I've seen some people compare this track to Driver's License off of her previous album, Sour. I personally love the sound and style here on Vampire. I do love her vocals on this track. Lyrically, it describes a boy that took advantage of, lied to, and ultimately used her, or this narrator, to say. The references to a vampire are used as a metaphor to illustrate this person who sucks the life out of the narrator, which leaves him or her feeling powerless and drained. But I feel this is more or less so towards her, and from a female's perspective. Lacey is an interesting track. This is more of a folk style track. I didn't feel she was bad vocally. Lyrically, the track is about Rodrigo's obsession over the beauty of a female figure whom she addresses by the same name, and her resulting envy and self-hatred. Making the Bed has to be one of my favorites off the album. I love that this is practically a full-length ballad on the album. I do love the sound and tone of the track. I do feel she does great vocally again. I love some of the lyrics here on the track. Lyrically, the track is about reflecting on dwindling satisfaction with fame and the state of her life in general. I feel Getting Back isn't bad. I love how the lyrics describe some of these relationships now and wanting to find a way to get that person back for some sort of revenge. The track was inspired by Rodrigo's tendency to enter into relationships due to people's expectations and details, both her desire to return to her ex and get vengeance on him. And I do love how the track came out. I'm gonna finish off with Teenage Dream. And I initially was going to throw in a crappy reference to Katy Perry's song of the same name, but I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll skip out on it, even though I want to try and insert some sort of joke right here. But yeah, anyways, I feel it's a decent track to finish off the album. The track seems to be a ballad, which I did find surprising upon first listen. To me, with while I listened to and even managed to get around listening to, it kind of seems rare for an album to finish off with a slow tempo track, or at least a sadder track in its theme. The track itself is about growing up and getting older, which practically happens to everyone. The track describes essentially how time goes by. You will have to work on yourself to become wiser. My favorite tracks on the album are Vampire, Bad Idea, Right, Making the Bed, and Teenage Dream. Today, I'll be giving this album a 5 out of 5. I felt it was a great album, and still did as great as Sour. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. As usual, feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I hope y'all are enjoying 2024 so far, and I hope y'all are having a great first Friday of the year, and I hope y'all have a great first weekend of 2024. In the meantime, next week I'll be looking at Austin by Post Malone.